Hello, 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 everyone. Hi, how you doing? I've decided to make this quick video today because there's a lot of controversy within the Call of Duty community regarding aim assist. And I'm going to make this a relative point concerning some other issues as well within the Call of Duty community and issues with Ricochet and how Ricochet kind of has been this topic of divide amongst the community. Kind of like it's been established by, you know, your top streamers that basically Ricochet is doing only good things, okay? Basically like most of your top streamers are going to, and content creators on YouTube and Twitch are going to defend Ricochet, right? But I have this issue with the subject of Ricochet and aim assist. It's all relative. If anyone remembers back in MW19 when Ricochet was first being implemented, they would drop videos of different features regarding Ricochet and how these features would troll certain players, either because these certain players were reported enough times or because they were actually cheating. The problem with Ricochet is the perception of how people think it actually works. Ricochet software by itself doesn't review gameplay. Okay? The actual software of Ricochet, all it does is track and monitor player skill, things like movement, aim, kill death ratio, so on and so forth. So if you're not and there's all sorts of nuanced issues that can arise with this. Like, for example, if you have a friend that's a top streamer and he's really good at the game and he comes and plays on your account for a day and drops, I don't know, 5 consecutive wins in Warzone with over 15 to 20 kills each, and your average is probably 5 to 6 kills, and say you get reported, you're most likely going to end up in a shadow ban lobby, at the very least. Or you're going to be chat banned as a little warning because of the lazy designs this dev team doesn't review. They don't pay anybody to review your average player's gameplay. That just doesn't sound realistic to me. So like the perception is that that people think that Ricochet is actually working in this fashion. They think that if somebody's really suspected of cheating, that there's some dev member sitting at home that's going to jump on his computer and review that person's specific gameplay. Okay? No, I'm sorry. That's not reality. They might review a top streamer's gameplay so that they can go and justify banning them because it's going to echo across the community. So yeah, sure, if they go to ban a top streamer or content creator, yeah, they might actually review his cheating, or if somebody's clipped it, or if a player's clipped it, which is what usually is used as evidence. I have yet to see a single clip actually recorded from a dev in years. When Ricochet first came out and they were tackling cheating head on, and they actually had a team that would review cheaters, but the problem became so big that they just couldn't do it anymore. You have to imagine how much that would cost a company to do, to have a team that actually reviews clips. So how it works is the game is basically just detecting your aim. It's detecting your aim, your level of skill, and they've refined it to where it's a little more fair than it used to be. I've been shadow banned personally several times on several different accounts. And mind you, I'm on a PlayStation 4 last gen console, okay? And I do not use aim assist. So my aim might look different than 90% of the players out there that use aim assist. So the little ricochet detection system has determined several times that I've hit shots that it doesn't think I should be able to hit, and I've gotten chat banned. That was their punishment for this entire duration of this Warzone's lifespan. Is their way of punishing people is by chat banning them. Very rarely does somebody actually get banned anymore unless they are blatantly cheating and they're reported by the entire lobby just about. Or if a streamer reports somebody. And they call that, within the Call of Duty conspiracy world, whitelisting. Now, do I know whether or not that even happens or if that's true? I don't know. But the evidence is there. You know, that people don't just make these things up. You know, some of us have been playing this game for over 8 years, and we can really tell when something's off. We can tell if we have a 5 millisecond ping, and all of a sudden, this one team that we're running up against is making us jump to 800 millisecond ping and getting packet loss. Only this one team on the board. And sometimes it happens in tournaments, sometimes it happens... If it's not a LAN tournament, it happens a lot. Where, you know, people are still doing things like lag switching on top of hacking. And then so people that don't understand all that stuff, how nuanced it is, they'll blame Call of Duty and think the game's rigged. You know, maybe it is. Maybe Ricochet is also implemented in ways that they're not telling people. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, if people remember back in MW19, Ricochet actually had methods of trolling people it suspected of cheating. It gave the other player significant damage reduction, so that the person suspected of cheating would be shooting this person, and their bullets would just go right through them. Does that sound familiar to certain situations? But they can always play ambiguous. They can always say, oh, well, it's packet loss, it was your internet connection. So they can always play this ambiguous kind of game and denying it. But if you're a really good player and you've been playing this game for years, it really is kind of a toxic environment. And it's why a lot of people have left, because they feel manipulated. And they don't know what to believe. That's kind of why I left Call of Duty, is because I got to a point where I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know if any of the gunfights I was getting in were actually fair. If it was on Call of Duty's end, or if it was on my end, or, you know, and it just seems very weird when because human beings are pattern recognizing creatures. And so when you have a consistent thing that's verifying what you already suspect to be true, it's only natural to come up with conspiracy theories. It's only natural to come up with explanations that aren't given. That's what happens. People have to come up with their own explanations because they're not given to them. And now really quick, regarding aim assist. There's a huge controversy regarding aim assist, and it has a lot to do with my points about Ricochet, okay? So I use no aim assist. I get called cheater all the time. Okay, that kind of sucked, but I get called cheater all the time, alright? This is an MW2 AMX9. A lot of people don't know the TTK on this thing is broken as fuck. I can get a higher TTK than the Raz 47. Res 46 or whatever it's called. Rev. Yeah, look at that. 576. It's a higher TTK than the top Black Ops 7 gun. But so I'll get called cheater all the time, man. Like because I don't use aim assist. I believe aim assist messes you up if you're a good player and you're really good at controlling your aim. Like I'm on PlayStation 4. I have aim assist turned off. I have no aim assist. And I don't believe in aim assist because I believe that aim assist messes you up if you're a good player. For example, if you have somebody immediately over here to your right and you're taking shots, yeah, you can slide out like this. But if you have aim assist, the aim bubble is going to stick. Here, let's show you for example. Turn aim assist on. Now look. Now see how strong that stick is? See how strong that is? Now the problem with that is if I have somebody trying to beam me out over here, and I gotta jump, you see how that's still dragging? It was still dragging me and it's forcing me to focus on this player. Okay? So if somebody's here, it's gonna cause my aim when I go to snap off of, when I leave that aim assist bubble, it causes my aim to speed up. Okay, see, just like that. See how it's slow here? If I don't aim down sight, you see how it just... That messes so many people up. It messes me up. Because here it's slow, and it's sticky, and then, oh, it speeds up. So if somebody's over here, and I break that bubble, and you're not always getting the same amount of aim assist. So there's not, you can't learn it. Your brain can't learn how much pressure to put on your analog to properly break out of that aim assist and face a new target. And so what aim assist actually does is it takes away your brain's natural ability to gain muscle memory. And so you become reliant on the aim assist. And you'll hear even top streamers all the time complain, oh, I've lost aim assist. They're missing all their shots. It's because they're so reliant on it. They're so reliant on aim assist. So I'll turn it off and I'll show you exactly what I mean. See, now that there's no hard stick on these targets, if there's somebody over here to my right, I can just jump in. There, I'm there. And that's way faster than doing that. Even if somebody's 360 behind me. I wouldn't be able to turn full 360 on this low of a setting. I play on 1 sensitivity. I wouldn't be able to turn if I had my aim assist on. Because the stick is so strong. Watch. See? I can't even turn fully. I have to fully wait until I get there to ADS, which by then I'm cooked. If somebody's shooting at me behind me, and I go to snap on them, I'm cooked because I couldn't make that full rotation. Because that aim assist is so strong. Look at how strong that is. And that's what people don't understand about the newer Call of Duty titles, is they've had to make them for a higher casual player base. Back in the day, on the older Call of Duty games, we almost had no aim assist. It was all skill. And so what's happened, in theory, is players have gotten generally lazier over time. And so when you design a system like Ricochet that's designed to detect an average normalcy of player skill, and it's based on a data pool of all those players, when they get a player that doesn't use aim assist, and they're all of a sudden, you know, you turn it on, and it looks like they have aimbot because they've been practicing without it, and they get reported, and then they get shadow banned, and they think to themselves, okay, what's the point of playing the game? What's the point of playing the game? But see, aim assist for me personally actually messes me up more. So there you have it. I turn off aim assist and I'm 100